gathered here today to celebrate the drawing together of two lives. We have come so that Dennis and Sarah may be united in marriage. This commitment is not to be entered into lightly, but with certainty, mutual respect, a sense of honor, and eternality. For those of you that don't know me, which is not many of you, my name is Matt DiNicola. I've been a great friend of Dennis's since our freshman year in high school. I knew I liked Dennis immediately because in our homeroom, freshman year, there was this chubby little nerd that sat in front of him, and he used to flick him in the ear and steal his school supplies and just terrorize him in the ways that only Dennis can. That kid was me, and I knew that we would always have a great friendship because we shared the same sense of humor. I would have done the same thing to me, and it worked out great. When it came time to go to college, we went to college together, and of course at Notre Dame is where Dennis met Sarah. So as cliche as it is, I can proudly say I've sort of been there from the beginning. It's been an honor, of course, to be Dennis's great friend, and it's been fantastic getting to be better friends with Sarah as the years go on. And I just feel extremely privileged to be given the honor of being a part of this and sort of officiating this whole wedding. But of course, as both of you know, Dennis and Sarah, no minister, no public official, no rabbi can marry you. You can only marry yourselves. By a mutual commitment to love each other, to work towards creating an atmosphere of care, consideration, and respect, by a willingness to face the tensions and anxiety that underlie everyday life, you can make your wedded life come alive. Your love for one another and your willingness to accept each other's strong points and weaknesses with understanding and respect will help cement the foundation for a strong and lasting marriage. Learn to respect your individual outlooks. Share your thoughts, experiences, and dreams with each other. Cherish the intimacy and understanding that comes with the passage of time. As you enter this union, your belief that marriage is a partnership between equal individuals with common goals, hopes, and dreams will give your lives special meaning and fulfillment. Today, there is a vast unknown future standing out before you. The future, with its hopes and disappointments, its joys and its sorrows, is hidden from your eyes. But it is a great tribute to your faith in each other that you are willing to face these uncertainties together. May the love which joins your hearts and hands today never fail, but grow deeper and surer with every year you spend together. I'm going to start with 2 readings, then Dennis and Sarah will exchange vows and rings. I'll send them off with one final reading, and then we can all start the celebration. The first reading I'm going to share is from a character that was a childhood favorite of many of ours. Sort of represents that the simplest way of saying something is often the most profound and the best way of expressing the sentiment. So from Winnie the Pooh by A.A. Milne. Pooh, whispered Piglet. Yes, Piglet, replied Pooh. Nothing, answered Piglet. I just wanted to be sure of you. If you live to be 100, I want to live to be 100 minus 1 day, so I never have to live without you. It's so much more friendly with 2. Pooh, promise me you won't forget about me ever, not even when I am 100. Pooh thought for a little. How old shall I be then? 99. Pooh nodded. I promise, he said. Some people care too much. I think it's called love. The next excerpt is from Union by Robert Fulghum. You have known each other from the first glance of acquaintance to this point of commitment. At some point, you decided to marry. From that moment of yes to this moment of yes, indeed, you have been making promises and agreements in an informal way. All of those conversations that were held riding in a car or over a meal or during long walks, all those sentences that began with, when we're married, and continued with, I will, and you will, and we will. Those late night talks that included someday and somehow and maybe. All those promises are unspoken matters of the heart. All these common things and more are the real process of a wedding. The symbolic vows that you are about to make are a way of saying to one another, you know all those things we've promised and hoped and dreamed? Well, I meant it all, every word. Look at one another and remember this moment in time. Before this moment, you have been many things to one another. Acquaintance, friend, companion, lover, dancing partner, even teacher. For you have learned much from one another in these last few years. Now you shall say a few words that take you across the threshold of life, and things will never quite be the same between you. For after these vows you shall say to the world, this is my husband, this is my wife. With those words in mind, Dennis and Sarah will now exchange vows.
Sarah, I promise to be your lover, companion, and friend, your partner in parenthood, your ally in conflict, your greatest fan and youngest adversary, your comrade in adventure, your student and your teacher, your consolation in disappointment, your accomplice in mischief. This is my sacred vow to you, my equal in all things.
Dennis, I promise to be your lover, companion, and friend, your partner in parenthood, your ally in conflict, your greatest fan, and your toughest adversary, your comrade in adventure, your student and your teacher, your consolation in disappointment, your accomplice in mischief. This is my sacred vow to you, my equal in all things.
Ring bearer, please come forward. These rings are a symbol of the unbroken circle of life. That love is freely given, no beginning and no end, no giver and no receiver, for each is the giver and each is the receiver. May these rings always remind you of the vows you have taken today. Dennis, repeat after me. Sarah, I give you this ring
Sarah, I give you this ring
as a sign that I choose you to be my beloved,
as a sign that I choose you to be my beloved,
and that I offer myself as your husband
and that I offer myself as your husband,
today, tomorrow, and always,
today, tomorrow, and always,
and that you may remember forever
and that you may remember forever
that I have chosen you above all others.
that I have chosen you above all others.
I give you this ring as a sign of my love.
I give you this ring as a sign of my love.
Sarah, repeat after me. Dennis, I give you this ring
Dennis, I give you this ring
as a sign that I choose you to be my beloved,
as a sign that I choose you to be my beloved,
and that I offer myself as your wife
and that I offer myself as your wife
today, tomorrow, and always,
today, tomorrow, and always,
and that you may remember forever
and that you may remember forever
that I have chosen you above all others.
that I have chosen you above all others.
I give you this ring as a sign of my love.
I give you this ring as a sign of my love.
And now, before the official pronouncement, I want to send them off with the traditional Irish blessing in the spirit of our alma mater. May the raindrops fall lightly on your brow. May the soft winds freshen your spirit. May the sunshine brighten your heart. May the burdens of the day rest lightly upon you. And may God enfold you in the mantle of his love. May the road rise to meet you. May the wind be always at your back. May the sun shine warm upon your face and the rain fall soft upon your fields. And until we meet again, my friend, may God hold you in the hollow of his hand. May God be with you and bless you. May you see your children's children. May you be poor in misfortunes and rich in blessings. May you know nothing but happiness from this day forward. But rich or poor, quick or slow, may you know nothing but happiness from this day forward. May the joys of today be those of tomorrow. Dennis and Sarah, you have expressed your love for one another through the commitment and promises you've just made. It is with these in mind that I pronounce you husband and wife. You've kissed 1,000 times, maybe more, but today that feeling is new. No longer simply partners and best friends, you have become husband and wife. Today this kiss is a promise. Dennis, you may kiss the bride.